Yo guys, welcome back to R2S Unplugged episode 4 now. It's good to be back. I hope you guys enjoyed the last podcast about mental health, a very deep one. But now we're going to the 4th episode, and this is a bit of a chill one, and maybe a more relatable one to those who have been clubbing. So I just said the word, so we'll just jump right into it. This podcast is about the clubbing scene, clubbing etiquette, and just everything to do with clubbing, and not just the partying bit of it, everything else about it. Been through a lot when it comes to clubbing over the last few years, maybe not the last year, but 2021, 2022, learnt a lot, gained a lot of knowledge, gained a lot of contacts. But yeah, and Rian has been clubbing, and he's clubbing clubbing phases right now. So he's gonna give you his honest thoughts about it first, and then I'll relate it back to my previous history of clubbing. So let's go.
Yeah, as some of the people that I know, as some of the people that I know, they know that I just turned 18 earlier this year. That's where I met Sachi actually. Yeah, man, the clubbing phase is good if you have the right people to do it with. But honestly, there's always good and bad out there. Where, as I am in a relationship, I see that going to clubbing can be not a hassle, but it's also if you're with someone, you really have to be careful with people that's out there. Honestly, as you hear people spike lacing other people's drinks and this and that, you can't really trust anyone out there when you're going clubbing. So there's always a good and bad side to the clubs. It's always depends on who you go with and which club you go to. Some clubs out there,
Very important.
yeah, that's really important and niche. I think my personal preference is Butterfly. Sachi actually introduced me into it. You guys can say I'm sucking off Butterfly or whatever, but in my honest thoughts, I think Butterfly is a good club in general.
I'm not making him say this, alright?
No.
Most people would think I'm making him say this, but it's just not, alright? It's just personal opinion. There's been people I brought to Butterfly and people don't really like it, and they just tell me. I like honesty, bro. And I mean, he's just telling the truth right now, but he'll continue.
No, but yeah, I've gone Butterfly without you.
Yeah.
So 3 times. Yeah, some people might not like the the music, the atmosphere. Like they're pretty niche about your dress code and everything. Some people, I've met people that doesn't like that. Some people do. See, me, I like to professionally do things. I feel like Butterfly is more top class. As a lot of people actually in the higher class, like Lawrence and everyone they come there. You always like, facts. You always see these people in Lambos and Porsches just coming and parking in front of Butterfly.
And let me tell you, when they do come out, the whole of Francis Street, which is where Butterfly is literally like a car show.
Yeah.
Left, right, and center, you'll see a Porsche Cayenne, Porsche GT3 RS, Porsche GT2 RS, Panamera, Urus, a lot of Uruses, to be honest. Like Perth is full of Uruses now. Like there's a whole stretch of car. So if you're really into cars and you just turn 18, go to Butterfly, because you're definitely gonna see one wow car along
Every
Francis
Saturday,
Street.
I swear, every Saturday there's a supercar parked in front. Every time I've been there was a supercar just around that area. But I think Butterfly is just really like, I think the security is more tighter. I think it's a smaller club too, and I like that because people are actually can see what's happening. More compact.
More intimate.
Yeah, more people are like can see when I went to Paramount.
Disclaimer, right? Because people get affected about all this. We're not dissing any club and we're not backing up any club, right? This is our personal opinion.
Yeah.
FYI, because trust me, people always talk.
Yeah. When I went to Paramount, the security wasn't as tight as it is at Butterfly. Even though there's actually, if you actually see, there are more things happen at Paramount Magnet House that doesn't happen at Butterfly.
Yeah.
Do you ever hear anything that's happening at Butterfly?
I've gone through clubbing for what now, like 3 years. Not really anymore, but previously there's like, I'm not backing up any club, but there's always shit going on at every club, fights, whatever. But it's the way the club handles it, okay? But yeah, let Rian finish, and then I'll give you my opinion, right?
Yeah, no. I was just wanted to see, cause me also, like, me turned 18 now. I'm just like, I turned 18 in April, so my clubbing, I haven't been that much clubbing to actually have a big opinion. But I have an opinion in a nutshell. I've heard people say stories.
First impressions and shit.
Yeah. I've heard people say stories, and honestly, I hear a lot about other than butterfly. But yeah, I've heard stories about butterfly too. I've heard stories. It's everywhere. You can't avoid the bad. You can't avoid the bad everywhere.
No person and no place is perfect.
Yeah, exactly. You can't avoid it anywhere, to be honest. It's all about who you are, who you with, and which club you are, and how drunk you are, and what you're doing. Because, you know, if you're doing shit to attract other people, then that's kind of on you. Like, you know, like if you're doing shit, like, you know what I mean, like that, you know, you're like going around. You know, we don't have to running amok, like being just with no self-respect, just running around.
If you know what we're talking about, you know what we're
Yeah, we can't really publicly say the word, but you know, if you know, you know. If you do understand it, yeah. But yeah, if you're just running around, like, if you know what I mean, like, if sometimes you bring the trouble onto yourself. Sometimes you can't help it. Sometimes people do bring trouble to upon themselves, and that's a strong statement, yes. Because yeah, you should be able to have the free will of having fun, going out there with your friends and whatever. But you also gotta keep in mind that there's always bad and good in the world, and you gotta keep your self-respect, your composure, and be attentive. If you're getting too drunk, just go out the club, go home. You know, just yeah. That's what I gotta say.
See what he says? He says if you're getting too drunk, go out and go home. People do not do that nowadays. They don't. They try to fight their will against being there, you know what I mean?
Yeah. And yeah, when you're just too drunk, you just lose your strength. Like you're like nothing. Like when you're drunk, you're just going around fucking passing out on the street. Right. Obviously something's gonna happen to you, you know, like. And you can't help it yourself either, because, you know, obviously this is a free country and you should be able to feel safe, but that's the sad reality, is you can't feel safe around these streets on the city, Fremantle. But yeah, that's all I gotta say. The clubbing scene is really confusing. It's confusing because me personally, I like to go out and have no problems. And when I go out with my girlfriend, I like to have no problems. But I become a bit hostile because I don't trust other men. You know, like they're straight up. I don't trust other men. And yeah, exactly. And like sometimes I see these people in their relationship. It's not controlling to have your girl go up to your girl and be like, sorry, we can't go to this club, or we can't go do this, because you as a man know what other men think, as you women know what other women think, and we know as men our intentions. So if I tell you, look, please don't go to this club because of this situation, and you can't call that controlling, because to be honest, that's not controlling, that's me caring. It's protecting, because at the end of the day, if something happens to you, I'm going to be the one that's responsible, and I have to take care of you as your boyfriend or girlfriend, you know. So that's where I stand.
That's his rundown, and everything he says I agree, because some people will get it confused. This is controlling, this is protecting. Everything gets confusing nowadays, honestly. But I back him up, because yes, you need to be protective with anyone you go to, whether that's your girlfriend, whether that's your friends. Okay, at the end of the day, you need to have that good circle to go out with, and you're safe. All right. Obviously, there's bad in this world. People go out to just run amok and cause trouble, right? But that's the circle you pick, and that's what you're gonna do. But if you pick a good circle to go out with, you're just gonna have fun. And when one person in the group says that's wraps for the night, you go home. That's wraps, because we already know one person's getting too drunk, and that's gonna cause the whole group to get into trouble or whatever. You know, at the end of the day, when you go out, when you go clubbing, you need to have the right circle. Let me tell you, that's literally the main thing, right? Obviously, when you get a girlfriend, blah blah blah, shit changes, you know, and more responsibilities are built upon you. But you just need to take it like a man. And whether you want to go out with your girl or not, just be protective. Go to a club where it's safe. I'm not saying that every club is safe, all right? There's always dodgy things about clubbing, right? But you just need to know which one suits you. Like, people go to, for example, Paramount just to have a laid back time, don't really care about their dress code, blah blah blah. But then there's another factor where people who do care about their dress codes and do care about how they dress, they will pick a club like Butterfly. They will pick a club like, no, not even like, you see, there's no club that can reach the potential to Butterfly right now. There's always competition in the club scene. There's always new things coming up, right? But if you go to Butterfly, you will just see these people dress top notch, right? This is what I noticed in 2021. You think back in my 2020 days, I didn't go clubbing to Paramount, Coconut, blah blah blah. I did, and then Paramount was the shit. Like mid 2020, I was there literally every weekend.
I'll be honest. Paramount plays good music.
They
I,
do.
I went there once. They play really, really good laid back or the good music, your toy backs.
Yeah, you know
what I mean?
I don't know if the DJ is still the same, but when I
Yeah,
went,
it's the same.
it was Adrian Francina. He plays really good. He's got a brother too that plays good music. They both do DJing, but they play good music, and that's where I look forward to. Literally, music is my heart. If I don't go to a place where the music is banging, I'm not gonna have fun. All right. So literally, I went to Paramount, and then boom, 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 went to Coconut. And then my friend introduced me to Butterfly, and I got hooked on that club because I like cars. First thing I saw was a G-Wagon, a G-Wagon sort of concept where they bring bottle service in the G-Wagon. Freaking sick. I was like, hell yeah, this is so different to other clubs because no other clubs back then had bottle service except a bar called Niche Bar in Leadville. Back then, they had like bottle service, blah blah blah. But I was so young to realize that, you know what I mean? And then I saw people going to Butterfly. I was like, hell yeah! And then I was just hooked on that club every weekend in 2021, except when COVID hit. Couldn't go out, obviously. But honestly, people on the outside perspective think I went clubbing just to have fun every weekend. Yes. But also another perspective, like I've told him that he should do, is network, right? People think I'm BSing. Oh, you went for the girls, blah blah blah. No, I didn't. I really didn't. If you knew me. I got to know a lot of people that I call friends now in that industry, which I'm still friends with. And the bond that we have is amazing. And that was the positives. And then I got to learn how this club scene works, how they run, how many staff they have, the bartenders, the bottle girls, everything. Even to the fact where the DJ plays music to get the hype, to get the crowd lit. And then they see they're not at the bar, so they'll play songs that they don't know. Then they're like, what the hell is this shit? They'll go and they'll buy drinks, which is making revenue for the club. Look, everything's business, man. And I learned that throughout that whole year. And I noticed that on the nights out. Like, the DJs will play songs that people don't know and they'll slowly scout. Even talking Butterfly, go outside to just chill, have a vape, have a smoke. Or go to the bar, as I did all the time, to just get fresh air. I'll get a drink, go outside, get fresh air, boom, go back to the mosh pit, get lit. That is literally the club scene. But then if you go onto a deeper level, the people you hang out with is how you really act when you go outside. You know, the people I hung out with, and still blessed till this day. I went clubbing with a lot of people that are good people. I mean, some of them run amok, you know, go for girls, blah blah blah. But they'll go for girls. I'll be like in the freaking dance floor vibing and trying to talk to the DJ, bro. That was literally me, bro. I'm telling you, people will call me a tryhard, but honestly,
I think Butterfly is a good place to network.
honestly.
All these people that's with very well wealth and network comes there. I think Butterfly it's just really like it's just the people outside me. Yeah, okay. When I drink, I like to go feral. I'll be honest. When I party hard. But yeah, I party hard. But yeah, nah. But like yeah, sometimes yeah, okay. Like that's why you gotta really have the right people around you when you drink. Is when they say, look, bro, you've drunk a bit too much. I think it's best if we go home, right? Then we just go home, you know.
Do not argue.
Yeah.
Don't argue.
Okay, yeah. At sometimes, yeah. Okay, sometimes, okay, yeah. You trying to get lit. It just okay. At least go to an option where you guys meet in the middle, where you guys go to a kebab shop or whatever, get something to eat and get something to drink, and then if you maybe sober up, and then maybe if you feel like going again and partying, which is probably going to cost you more because you need to buy again alcohol and do everything, then do it. But if you're getting too drunk to a point where if you're a man, you're going up to women and rubbing on them, touching them, fucking like. I'm
like so against
yeah, like just
I've
like
told
being
people off, by the way.
being hella waved and like not standing straight. Honestly, yeah, okay, you're not gonna be let into clubs, but sometimes you are. Me when I'm drunk, I can still act pretty sober. I'll be honest with you.
You just have to have that face.
Yeah. I remember when I went out with you, I was so drunk that I gave him my ID,
Yeah.
but my ID was like up and down. I was so drunk that.
Upside down.
Yeah.
These things you don't realize.
Yeah, no. When you're like a bit faded, because I shot that McAllen accidentally. That 12, the McAllen 12. I accidentally shot at that because you guys started like cheersing.
It was so funny. I bought drinks for everyone, yeah. And this is over ice, so over ice you just take it chill. This guy just shot the whole thing. I was like, brother, you have to take it slow, bro.
Because the boys cheersed, and I was like, the boys cheers. I was like hella lit. I was like, yeah, let's go. Because I went clubbing the night before too.
Yeah.
So I was like hella lit still. So I was just trying to get lit. So I was like, I didn't know what on the rocks, so I just thought you guys just shot at it. So I just shot it and I was waved for the rest of the night.
But that's fine. Like, if you don't understand some terminology when you go out, that's fine,
Yeah.
You just teach these people, you know what I mean? Like, not these people. He knew after that, you had to take it slow, right?
Yeah.
And
No, I didn't drink after that.
yeah, no, he didn't.
I didn't
Let me tell you, McAllen is pretty strong if you get the right one, you know what I mean? It's straight, not diluted, not anything. Obviously, the ice will dilute it a bit, but if you keep on sipping it, it should be alright. But this leads me back to having a good circle, right? When you go out and have a good circle, you will have fun, right? You're protecting each other. If anything happens to this guy or vice versa, if all your girls are in a group and hanging out, something happens to that girl, you need to protect them. You just have to be there for each other. Where friendship goes left is when someone's suffering in the group and you just don't attend to them. You know what I mean? Back in the days, man, when I first had McAllen, I was gone. My friends back then, they came out, they were like, Sachi, alright? Sachi, are you alright? But this is when I come back to respecting the stuff. Okay, respecting stuff is where I have a very high opinion on, yeah? So that day I had McAllen first time, March 2021, still remember the day. It's like 21st, 22nd March. Had McAllen, had like triple shot, double shot, oh my god, it was just too much. At like 1 a.m. I was starting to feel so sick. The security saw me and they're like, okay, one of the security already knew my name. He was like, Sachi, I think you had a bit too much. I think it's time for you to end the night. Did I fight them? Did I argue back? No. I said, yeah, that's true. And they just let me out peacefully. I ended up sitting on the floor because all my other friends were inside. Sat on the floor, finding so difficult to type. My other mate, family friend, he was also tipsy. He vomited in the toilet, came back out. And then because I was the driver for all this club and still am, I drive everyone. But that night, obviously I was not dumb enough to drive. And then my family friend slapped me in the face and he was like, you're not fucking driving, bro. And I was like, yeah, no shit, I'm not. Because literally I was sitting. Back then, it used to be, you could call different, but opposite Butterfly, there was a sign on top of the roof calling this building. But that sign was on the ground. That's how tipsy, I was so done, bro. Like, everything was spinning, I was done, bro. But this is why, after that, all my friends came outside. I was like, what the hell, you guys didn't have to come out. Because I want them to still have fun. But, it was in one of my mates' birthdays, and I was like, I felt bad. But then that was the end of the night. My family friend's dad came out, picked us up, felt so bad, because I was so done. But this is where you respect the staff. Like security said, it was time for me to leave. I respect it. The amount of times I've seen people disrespect staff, bartenders, bottle girls, security is beyond me, man. Like the one story I cannot believe. I was at the bar. It was like maybe April 2020. I was at the bar, ordering a McAllen, my go-to drink. This chick beside me, super drunk, swaying. I stood back because I didn't want her to lean against me or anything. She asked the bartender, can I get this drink? Poured it up, no worries, respectful. Took the drink. It was and then she started doing my drink. And then the chick beside me was like, this is the wrong drink. Threw the bloody glass at the... Oh my god. That was the first time I actually lost my shit at the night out, bro. I looked at her and I was like, are you okay? How dare you disrespect the staff like that? And she's like, oh, she got my drink wrong. And I was like, I don't give a fuck she got your drink wrong. The fact that you threw the glass, bang, the security came and kicked her out. Do not disrespect the staff like that. Do not. These staff are working hard for their money, bro. They have their own life to live. Why the hell are you getting so disrespectful? Do not give me an excuse that you're drunk. Because as much as many people are drunk, they somewhat know what they're doing. And I'm sure you agree.
Yeah.
I'm sure you agree. Don't give me that BS that you're drunk. Oh, I don't know what I was doing that night. Don't give me that bullshit, bro.
Then you drink it too much and you have a problem.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. Do not give me that bullshit. It's not gonna run with me or many others. Alright, just do not disrespect someone. Okay, if you want to disrespect your own mates and they're okay with it, do it. Okay, even though I don't, never disrespect your mates like that. Alright, but that was beyond me. Like through grass, that's crazy, bro. That's like just beyond me.
Another thing is, when you go out, clubbing, and I say this to everyone, your problem don't make it other people's problems. If you're dealing with shit, and if you're going through stuff in your life and you've got drunk a lot, and don't make you getting drunk other people's problems. And that's where a lot of people stand, where it just ruins everyone's night. It ruins everyone's night when you're just there, or like, okay, I get it, you're going through a breakup or whatever, just like don't ruin other people's night because of what you're going through.
But honestly, people who call shit on a night out, let me tell you, bro, I had so many nights that it just ruined my night. Just after one argument, I don't even want to have fun anymore. I don't even want to get lit. I just want to go home, because I don't like negative shit around me, man. Honestly, and whatever he's saying is so right. Just do not cause other people to have a shit night out. All right? Oh, my phone dropped. See, the phone's even listening, bro. Just because you're going through something, okay. If your close friend understand what you're going through, a breakup, whatever, they will understand to get drunk, blah, 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 to a certain extent. Don't go overboard where you're hitting other people on the dance floor, pushing them, throwing glass everywhere. Fuck off, bro.
It's different if you're at home. Look, when I'm at home, I go feral. Yeah, because I'm at home.
It's your home.
Yeah, I'm at home. I go feral. Like I can tell that when I'm at home or something, I drink a bit. And yeah, I drink a bit, meaning I drink a.
He drinks a lot.
I drink a feel a good amount. But I'm at home because if I vomit, the toilet's right there and it's clean and I can just lie on the floor or whatever, or just go out, right? And if I want to fall asleep, my bed is right there. If I want some help, I have my dad home, my friends are there. Everything's in my convenience. Yeah. When you're at the club, it's just whatever that happens becomes everyone else's problem. The club's problem. If something happens to you, the club is responsible.
Yeah, exactly.
You know? And I'll let you finish. But that's why people kick you out, because when you're it is harsh to kick you out when you're really drunk, because I've heard a story where this girl, I've heard a story about a parent or something, someone I know, that person got really, really drunk and the security walked her out and just told her, stay outside, don't come inside. It is harsh, it is rude, yeah, okay, they should ensure your safety because you're really drunk, but at the same time, it's their job to protect their company. Yeah. Because your problem is not their problem. They're not the law enforcement. They're nothing. They're just security. They're not the law enforcement. That's why if something happens, security calls the police because they're the law enforcement. But it's because they can get in trouble. The club can get in trouble if something bad happens. And it goes into investigation and everything and this and that. That's why they kick you out when you're at your worst, because it becomes their problem as well. So don't make it other people's problems, because it's your own. You're on your own. You know, like you're on your own when you're going through shit and you can't really control it.
Well, let me tell you, when you're out, the persona you give other people is what they think about you.
Yeah.
So if you go around slinging, and if you're a guy...
Perth is a small place.
Perth is a very small place. People judge, like I talked about this on mental, people judge to the max, yeah? But you're on a night out, if you act creepy and shit, all these girls and guys will know you as creepy. If you give respect to these girls and guys, they will make you as a respectful guy. I'm telling you, it's just first impressions that will deny or determine who you are, honestly. And going back into the security, yeah, many years of clubbing, or not many years, 3 years of clubbing, sometimes the security can be the cause of many things, right? Heard even in Butterfly, other clubs, Humble, blah, blah, Paramount, some security people can be a bit too much.
Yeah, harsh.
They're very harsh. They'll headlock people like it's crazy, bro. I've heard so many shit about all these security guards headlocking guys. sometimes out of not even proportion, like it can be a stupid reason, you know what I mean? Or the security doesn't like this guy and they'll fucking they'll kick them out just because they don't like them. That's a bit too much, and these security guys need to know that do not take these things personally. But sometimes I do not, some of the times I didn't agree with the security. But if the club changed the security, like, because one thing, I don't know if you know, but one thing, these clubs employ security companies to run for the club.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, it's the security company will get the harsh beating for, you know what? Not the club. So what the club needs to do is change the security company, because if they're not good and headlocking people, then see you, bye bye, get a new one. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
At the end of the day, if everyone's respectful, the whole club will run smooth. Everything will run smooth. Obviously, the world's not perfect, and everything won't run smooth. But this is what I've noticed: if you're respectful with everyone on a night out, you will get the same respect back. Till this day, I'm still getting the same respect because I actually acted my part when I'm out. Even to the point where, when I started doing TikToks in 2021, these bottle girls and everything would be like, "Oh, you're the guy that makes space for us when we're going through the dance floor and shit." Do you know how much that meant to me? Like, when the bottle girls or even the guys that go sending the drinks through to the booths and shit, when they have to go through the big crowds, even the guys that clear glasses and the girls that clear glasses around the club, everyone's getting lit, moshing and touching each other and getting lit in the mosh. But these staff need to go through, right? I was always the guy that actually made space for them to go through. Till this day, they still give me respect. Honestly, I'm telling you, respect. Like, even this minute making space for these staff, they will know for like many years to come. You know, so it just takes that little responsibility to really show your persona. Some people will think I'm sucking them off, bro. It is not. It's being respectful. Right? One thing my parents always told me: be respectful when you're on a night out. Honestly, it goes a long way. It really goes a long way. And I'm sure he knows it too. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He knows literally everything, even though only a couple of times. But you know, it's right. Yep. Yeah. Is that right?
That's fine.
Cheers, bro. Thank you.
No, what are you saying?
No, I said respectful at all times, because respect goes a long way. Even if it's a minute respectful thing you do, it goes a huge way.
Yeah. Yeah, when you go out, respect is one big thing. And when you don't have respect, it's like, what do you call it? If you're a dead
It goes both ways.
if you're a dead snake, you're gonna attract different kinds of diseases. If you're like a dead animal, right, you're gonna attract different, like rats, maggots, or those birds that, I don't know, animals, different type of species of animals. What I'm referring to is, if you're someone that looks so accessible or looks so like, you know, you look so like Teb, if you're a man and you look like someone that they can piss you off or they can fight or something, and you're acting like a big guy and acting like a dickhead or like being so stupid and everything, people are gonna try to fight you. If you're a woman, you're slinging around, you're kissing every boy you want, hey, look, no hate, but for me personally, I don't have much respect for those people. I'll be honest with you. I don't have much respect for those people.
But hey, it's people's lives.
Yeah, that's your life. You can do whatever you want. But for me personally, I don't have respect for those people. If you're going around kissing boys and everything, yeah, people are gonna try, like, let me have a hit at that person, you know? And that's just you attracting problem, you know what I mean? Like, okay, I'm not saying men assaulting women is a good thing. I'm not saying that. I'm not reinforcing that. But sometimes it's about you protecting your own self. You're going around slinging around with boys and everything. Of course, men are gonna come up to you and try to grope you or whatever, this and that. And it's sad, but that's just the reality. And as much as
I would protect anyone who's going through that.
Yeah, and as much as I say, I generally don't, like, when I see these girls in public, they're like, I've seen it on clubs, but they're getting groped, like, they let other men grope them and, like, do everything, this and that. I'm like, I like have such a descriptive face. I like, where's your parents, bro?
Yeah, exactly.
That's, bro, I'm like, that's someone's daughter, bro. That's someone's daughter.
It can go both ways, though, because
Yeah,
because some girls will like it and some girls won't, you know what I mean? But at the end of the day, no guy should fucking do that.
Exactly.
Okay? No guy should even lay a hand on the woman in a disrespectful way. If you're a girlfriend and you're dancing with her, that's calm, right? I mean, it's obvious. But you can see when a girl is going through something that she's not comfortable with. That's when any other public person should go in and be like, no, like, fuck off. You know what I mean? Like, you just have to tell them straight. You know what I mean? Because some guys, they don't even think sometimes. When they're so drunk, they'll just go to a random one. Don't do that. That's just so disrespectful. And vice versa, to a girl to a guy. You know what I mean? But nowadays you always hear, guys doing it to girls. It can go both ways.
I'm not saying it's a good thing.
Yeah,
But I'm not reinforcing it. But I think a lot of times that a lot of people fail to understand is at a point you need to protect yourself.
Yeah.
You can't stop the bad from getting to you.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, you can is by protecting yourself. Yeah, you can go out, have fun, but watch yourself, limit yourself.
Yeah.
You just be aware of your surroundings.
Exactly.
And sometimes things happen and you can't help it, but this is what it is.
Yeah.
But I think some people can just stop it, but they just don't decide to, and they tend to be so like arrogant and like oh, it's this and that, like, okay, and then
They literally blame everyone else but themselves.
yeah, exactly.
And it's sad to see, but I mean, there's a lot of characters out there when you go on a night out, and if people are watching this and still you haven't gone through that phase, everything we're saying right now will come a reality to you, because you will learn along the way. And I've learned a lot of things have happened, and I've learned through it. At the end of the day, I think when you're going clubbing or anything, first respect yourself. Okay, go out with the right people. Respect the staff and the venue and wherever you're going. At the end of the day, just have fun. If you do all that, you're gonna have fun. If you're gonna cause trouble, you're not gonna have fun. Or if you think causing trouble is fun, then please rethink your life, because that's just not it. It's gonna go tenfold bad on you, And at the end of the day, everyone wants to go out to just have fun. And obviously, many things will happen. Like so many things have happened in 2021 where I never wanted this guy to be called a friend, and so-called he was my friend for a couple of months, but he was so petty on things that I did. Like, I don't like people in my life that give negative connotation. So what I'll do, I'll kick them out. Right? I was too nice to many people. I gave them 2-3 chances. Now, I give people one chance and one chance only. You ruin that, get out of my life. All right? But this guy couldn't take that. Petty told his dad, oh, Sachi's unfollowed. I quote, he told his dad, Sachi unfollowed me. Please deep that, right? Everyone watching. How bloody petty is that? Then his dad, to be honest, is the same, like him. Oh, don't worry, son, I got people. Boom. That Saturday night, I was out with my mate, moshing in the crowd. Got a drink, went outside, butterfly. And 8 of these guys surrounded me and my friend. 8 and 2, me and my mate. I wasn't scared. I was like, hi guys, what's your problem? And he was like, I heard you've been talking shit about people. I'm not going to say the name. I was like, no, I haven't. I kicked him out of my life because he's just giving me negative vibes. Do you have a problem with that? And he was like, just watch what you're saying. And I'm like, that is all I said to him. What? And mind you, this guy that complained about me is right behind them. He's a bloody pussy, bro, because he can't even back himself, and he got 8 guys.
People think they're such. These days, people really like go up to people. Sorry, bro.
No.
People think these days people really think they're big gangsters when they're like 8 versus 1. Like, bro, if you're a real gangster, go 1 versus 1, and then who wins is who wins. But you're not a real gangster if you're going with 10 guys and bashing 1 guy, bro. You're not a fucking gangster. You're just a pussy.
But let me tell you, fighting. No, not fighting. Fighting verbally is more powerful than fighting physically, because one verbal conversation can cause someone to rethink their life like that. And that is how I think about life. I told all these guys, 8 of them, straight on the point, saying I wanted to kick him out of my life. He has a bloody issue. He went to his father, talked about it. What kind of petty guy is this? And by the way, he was behind all these guys. In the end, these guys shook my hand saying, respect. They gave me respect at the end of the day, because I told them straight to their face. No fighting, no nothing, just verbally. Everyone was looking, everyone was there, like saying, Sachi, are you right? I don't give a fuck. Then that week, I told him off in person to person. because he was in the group. And he said he didn't expect this to happen, but I saw messages saying that he planned all this, you know. That's why you need to be you really need to be careful who you hang out with. And I've learned through all these fucking things that happen in my life. I've learned the hard way, and only now I'm happy with the circle I have, you know. I only give people one chance and one chance only, man. If you really know me, I'm a fun guy. I'm vibes, bro. I don't want negative shit. But when I really tell someone off, I will give it to them, bro. But at the end of the day, just be respectful when you're going on a night out, clubbing, blah, blah, blah. The moral of this podcast is be respectful to yourself, to the people you hang out with, to the staff, to the venue, to everyone. Just have that positive club etiquette and just have fun. Because Perth is very small, and if you club in Perth, everyone knows each other. And this is not only saying Perth. Perth, Melbourne, Sydney, Gold Coast, everywhere, even overseas when you go clubbing, blah, blah, blah. Always be respectful, because people will look at you the wrong way if you don't give them respect. That is all. This is a really good podcast. I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, that's it from me. And then until the next podcast.
Until the next podcast, please comment down what you want to hear, guys. Probably in the next 2 to 3 podcasts, we're gonna probably have a couple of guests coming on.
Yeah.
So hopefully you guys enjoy that. I really hope changing scenery. That's the vibe we want. We want to change scenery every time. If you notice all the videos we do, even on Instagram, blah blah blah, TikTok, it's always different, you know. And to be honest, this area is probably my favorite, honestly. The wind's coming in, the shade, nice breeze, white background, sick. So yeah, hope you guys enjoy it. That's a peace out from me.
That's a peace out from me.
And see ya. Oh, the mic is still on, thank God. But my